and Tamar took out his gun and pointed it at Mark and asked for his bag. Mark refused to give him the bag, so they all started hitting him, and Tamar was hitting him with the gun, and the whole time I didn't look back, but when I did, I saw his face, and I started telling them to let him go, and I just kept screaming, let him go. And Jalen opened the door and started pushing him out. And he was fighting to get back in the car. And then they didn't let him in the car. So he went around the car and he jumped on the hood. And then the light turned green.
Okay. I'm going to stop you right there, okay?
Okay.
So, when you all were at the light on McCullough, you said Tamar produced his gun, correct?
Yes.
And who did Tamar have the gun pointed at?
Mark.
And what was Tamar saying when he had the gun pointed at Mark?
To give him his bag.
And so, once the light turned green, what happened?
He pointed the gun at me and told me to start driving. So I started driving. I didn't know where to go, so I turned into the first place that I saw, which was the Chick-fil-A. Once I turned into the Chick-fil-A, he kept yelling at me to get him off the car. I didn't know how to, so I was just going back and forth really quickly. And then Mark kicked the windshield, and TAY-K opened the door and shot him.
Okay.
A San Antonio woman took the stand in a 2017 capital homicide, and on Monday, during a trial of Tamar McIntyre, who was also known as a rapper by the name of TAY-K 47. And in her taking the stand, she gave graphic details in an emotional testimony and identified TAY-K 47, also known as Tamar McIntyre, as the gunman who shot and unalived the photographer by the name of Mark Salvador. And first and foremost, I'd like to give my condolences to Salvador's family, relatives, and all the people that love him. Joanna Reyes testified and was a key witness for the prosecution, and she told jurors that she was with McIntyre on April the 23rd of 2017 when they were supposed to do a photo shoot which turned violent. Reyes said McIntyre, who she referred to as her boyfriend at the time, asked her to help him find a photographer, so she searched and found Salvador on Instagram. Reyes said they picked up Salvador along with McIntyre, Jalen Bell, and Jemiah Rodriguez, and they were later asked to reschedule the shoot by Salvador because I guess he had something else to do. But in the process of that, he asked them, hey, could you guys drop me off at the North Star Mall, which Joanna Reyes agreed. But when they made a stop at a stoplight on McCullough Avenue, Reyes testified that McIntyre pulled out a gun on Salvador and demanded his backpack. But when Salvador refused, Reyes and the other men began to beat him. They were beating him because basically they wanted his camera. Hey, we can take his camera, we can shoot our own videos. So they basically wanted to take the man's property. But Salvador was like, nope, not giving up my property. So as they were beating him, they ended up somehow pushing him out of the car. But he climbed onto the hood of the car because he was like, man, this is my livelihood. I need my camera. But throughout the process of him being on the hood of the car, McIntyre allegedly pointed the gun at Reyes and demanded that she get him off the car. So according to her, she said she was going back and forth, basically trying to shake this young man off the car. But she said TAY-K 47, which is McIntyre, opened the door and shot Salvador outside of a Chick-fil-A because they were apparently in the parking lot of a Chick-fil-A. But after the shooting, Reyes said they fled the scene, and this is what she told the jurors. She said the bail lady congratulated McIntyre, as allegedly saying to him, "You caught your first body," and giving him a high five. So basically, they celebrated the unaliving of this young man. And she also testified that the reason she did not initially report the crime, she said it was out of fear, stating that McIntyre threatened to unalive her and her family. She also said that McIntyre and Bell took Salvador's backpack when they fled. But the defense is arguing that the plea deal gives Reyes an incentive to testify against McIntyre, and they want to question her credibility. But at the same time, people, the young man was there. They did this unaliving of this young photographer, which was basically coming to bless them and get him a photo shoot. But instead, they wanted to take his belongings instead of saying, okay, we're going to reschedule. We're going to get the photo shoot done. He probably wasn't charging them much. They found him on Instagram. But instead, they wanted to take his property, and look what kind of predicament they got themselves in. And these are young people. You got yourself in a pickle over something that's not worth taking, which is somebody's property. And in the midst of that, the man was going to bless you. It's a sad thing, but at the same time, it's a real thing, people. You got to be careful when you're going to help people, especially through this social media world, because you don't know me and I don't know you. But I'm figuring, hey, this is helping my career as a photographer or whatever business you're into. So I don't have the money. I'll go to social media. Oh, here's a guy said he'll do it for this. And you get there, and it's really a robbery that went bad. And that's the thing, too, people. Then they get in court, and they're looking like such innocence because I got my tie on, I got my white shirt on. Hey, I'm not that bad of a guy. But here's a man that's unalived, family suffering. So we can't buy that at the end of the day. I can't buy it personally. But still, people, we have to be careful out here. This is a sad situation, especially for this young man that was just being reached out to, and he decided, yeah, I'll do that to make me a little change, and it ended up bad for him. But at the end of the day, young people, we have to get it together. Hey, you can stack your money and get you a camera. Hey, be careful when you're doing business through social media, because you don't know the person on the other end. It could be a robbery going bad. And with that, I'm going to say this is the news in you. North, east, west, south, unite from every alley and Cali, intersection and back street. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up on your way out the door.
Star child, I never
seen the sunshine like this.
I never
Never seen the moon glow like
Hey yo, I
this.
never
Never seen the waterfalls like this.
I never